Tom here, g'day champions, how's it going? And welcome back to this week's vendor reset, the greatest on the interweb. It's July 30th, and today's vendor video is something a little bit special. It's my birthday week. We're going to be doing a birthday week stream tomorrow evening over on Twitch, so pop on over, drop a follow so you don't miss out. Today's vendor video will cover my top picks, hot ticket, interesting items, and must-buy gear for the week. Remember to show your support if you enjoy or find this video helpful. A simple like is all that it takes, and if you're not already, make sure that you smash that subscribe. Righto champions, with all that said and done, let's get stuck into these vendors. Kicking things off this week, we're going to start at the countdown vendor where we've got the Whisperer. Not a fan of it because the behind you talent just isn't that good. We've got a Lavoisier or Lavoisier. This one's got a skill tier, skill damage, and health. I mean, it's not the best rolls, but it is still usable. And we've also got an Anarchist's Cookbook. It's got decent armor on it, armor regen, and crit hit chance with the talent Perfect Wicked. I actually really like the combination with this piece, especially going with the two pieces of Golan. Remember, if you want to pick any of these items up, they are here all week, and they're going to cost you 75 countdown credits each. Shooting on over to the Haven to drop in and see the boys, first up we have Marco. For the guns, there's nothing that stands out. However, there is this Gila backpack here that's got okay armor, explosive resistance, and hazard protection. I do like the look of this one for an all blue build, just swap vigilance to add rush. And there's also this Henryu mask that's got a skill tier, nearly max skill haste, just swap the status effect to skill damage. Popping in next door to see our old mate Roy, and hopefully he's got something worth picking up, but unfortunately it doesn't look like he does. The Aralni knee pads, I wouldn't bother. In PvP, Foxes outperforms it. So, moving on. At your White House vendor this week, the named item is the Glory Days. It's not a terrible gun, it's just there's way better options. A quick scroll through the other gear here, I don't really see anything that's worth picking up. Moving on. Now we're at our clan vendor where the named piece this week is the Big Show. Not a great LMG, skip it. We've got a Breaking Point mask that's got decent weapon damage and crit hit damage. The Striker mask here is actually very good, 11% weapon damage and 10.8% crit hit damage. Rigger's Knees, no thanks. A quick browse through the other items here. We do have a Black Market RPK that already has damage to targets out of cover and damage to armor on it. The Brazo backpack might be okay if you want to go with some sort of a hybrid that's got armor, armor regen, and hazard. And I guess if you don't have the Emperor's Guard knee pads at the moment, these Gila knee pads would be a nice substitute for now. 118k armor, they've got hazard and they've got regen. You could keep it that way, or you could roll the hazard to headshot damage. It's up to you guys. Over at the Theatre Settlement this week, we've got the Tsunami shotgun with perfect pummel. The rolls on it aren't crash hot, but this is still a very good gun. Quick glance at all the other items, maybe these Palisade knee pads again if you want to buy them and deconstruct them for those Palisade materials, but that's about it. Ducking on over to the Castle Settlement this week where we've got the Kim's long stick with perfect ranger, swapping that optimal range to damage to targets out of cover, it might be okay. Both the Gruppo mask and the Providence holster might be worth picking up if you're really desperate for an all red one, but I'm going to save my resources. Now we're at the campus, and guess what? It's another Kim's long stick. The rolls on this one are worse, so if you do need one, pick up the one from the castle. A quick look at the other items, nothing really stands out. There is an Araldi holster here that does have max weapon damage, and it also has a bit of headshot damage. Now it's time for our DZ vendors, and we're going to start at DZ West, where we've got the Baker's Dozen. Used to be a great rifle, not a fan of it anymore, I'm going to skip it. As for the other gear here, it all looks pretty dog water. We do have Araldi gloves here that have decent armor and crit hit damage. I guess if you've got a spare 101 DZ resources and you need them, pick them up. Shooting on down to DZ South, we've got that fan favourite, the Dark Winter, and the rolls on this one aren't too terrible. Swap the reload speed to damage to targets out of cover and just max out the SMG damage. As for the other items, they all look pretty terrible. I'd be saving my DZ resources. And for the last stop this week, we're going to round off the vendors at DZ East, where we've got the White Death. This one's rolled pretty awesome. It's already got damage to targets out of cover on it, swap the talent to whatever you like. The Model 700 is still the hardest hitting marksman rifle in the game, but this is the second, so it's still a great option. I'm just going to double check the other items here. There doesn't seem to be too much going on. We've got a decent Gila holster here that's got good armor, crit hit damage, and crit hit chance, but I'm not going to lie, it is tough to pull away from the Picaros. This might be worth picking up for a regen build. So champions, that's going to wrap it up for this week's vendor reset. If you're interested in the daily targeted loot, it's on your screen now. Thanks to everyone for tuning in this week, and make sure that you show your support by smashing the like button on this video, and if you're not already, please subscribe. Everyone's support is always greatly appreciated. Remember to stay frosty, keep looting, shooting, and giving them hell, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. I'm Plum, I'm out.